We'll turn our attention now to the 8 women who will be contending the senior women's floor exercise final. We'll start with the top qualifier, Zhang Yihan of the People's Republic of China. The floor exercise champion at the Cottbus World Cup last year. The world all-around bronze medalist, Zhang Qingying of the People's Republic of China, and more recently, the gold medalist here on balance beam.
Representing Japan,
21-year-old Okamura Mana of Japan, a very graceful performer on floor exercise.
representing Republic of Korea,
It's another opportunity to look at Yo So-jung, this time on floor exercise. The Republic of Korea star was 7th strongest in the qualification.
representing Democratic People's Republic of Korea,
An Chang-ok of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Someone with very ambitious tumbling on this apparatus.
representing Singapore,
16-year-old Amanda Yap of Singapore. Fresh from her turn on the balance beam just about an hour ago.
representing Japan,
The reigning world champion on floor exercise, 26-year-old Sugihara Eiko of Japan. Her Rhapsody in Blue is something that you will remember for days and weeks to come.
representing Republic of Korea,
A gymnast who stands out for her style and expression, Lee Yoon-seo of the Republic of Korea. She'll be performing a tango routine on floor exercise.
接下来有请青年组女子平衡木决赛运动员入场。
and now, please welcome the Junior Women's Balance Beam finalists.
中国
The juniors on balance beam.
China,
Starting off with the top qualifier, Chen Ziyan, the all-around silver medalist here in Zunyi.
representing Singapore,
We saw her on the uneven bars yesterday. 13-year-old Emmanuel Tan of Chinese Taipei. Oh, excuse me, 13-year-old Emmanuel Tan of Singapore.
日本
representing Japan, Minamino Yume,
From Japan, the world junior all-around champion, Minamino Yume, the 14-year-old. We saw her on balance beam earlier.
representing Chinese,
She's also the vault silver medalist here.
周北
15-year-old Cho Mei of Chinese Taipei. Her best result at the last Junior Asian Championships came on this apparatus.
乌兹别克斯坦
representing Uzbekistan, Chernobogina,
Once more, Yaroslava Chernobrovkina of Uzbekistan, the 8th strongest in the balance beam qualification.
哈萨克斯坦
representing Kazakhstan, Levit Yekterina,
Someone who has made a big impression here already, Yekaterina Lebed of Kazakhstan, a 14-year-old. She competed in the vault final yesterday.
日本
representing Japan, Nagashima Kano,
3rd strongest in qualification, Nakashima Cannon The uneven bars bronze medalist yesterday will try to climb back onto the podium on floor exercise.
中国
Representing the People's Republic.
And we will wind things up on floor exercise with the all-around gold medalist Zhang Qi of the People's Republic of China, the 14-year-old from Guangdong.
女士们、先生们，让我们用热烈掌声欢迎所有运动员！
Ladies and gentlemen, the gymnasts!
There they are, the 8 women who will contest the junior balance beam final. The start list on women's floor exercise, the 2 Chinese gymnasts going at the top of the order. The anti-penultimate competitor Amanda Yap of Singapore. She'll be followed by the world champion Sugihara Eiko. Meanwhile, on junior women's balance beam, Chen Ziyan will lead things off for the People's Republic. Zhang Qi will close things out. Anything can happen on balance beam,
The warm-up for the first half starts now. And the
but
warm-up time is
given what we saw in the qualification, the gymnast with the best chance of taking this title is the one that you are looking at there, Chen Ziyan, the 15-year-old from Zhejiang. But we should not count out Emmanuel Tan of Singapore either. There's also Minamino Yume, who will compete third. Minamino has amongst the highest difficulty of any of the gymnasts in this final. But the very highest, that a difficulty score of 6.2, was recorded by Chen in the qualification round. Balance beam was really the apparatus that brought Minamino Yume the junior world all-around title last November in the Philippines. Over on floor exercise, warming up now at Zhang Qingying. So really polished piece of work that she's going to present with her routine here. And there goes Yo Sojong, taking her final warm-ups. Generally, gymnasts who vault well are also pretty good on floor exercise. There's no shortage of power to the work of Yo Sojong.
First half warm-up has ended. The first half of the singing women's floor exercise final and junior women's balance.
And we're going to see all kinds of styles of floor exercise. There once more, Zhang Qingying. And the first performer, Zhang Yihan, is going to show some very ambitious tumbling. From Okamura Mana, we can expect quite a lot of balletic grace, really good twisting capacity as well. Okamura, the second strongest qualifier. Her score was 13.366. Let us begin. Representing the People's Republic of China, Zhang Yihan, the top qualifier and one of the best tumblers on the continent. There's a real cinematic quality to this floor exercise from Zhang Yihan. You might think of the tumbling passes as the chase scenes or the fight scenes. They really punctuate the action. And in between, there's a lot of choreography that plays to the crowd. She's very expressive with her hands and with her arms. And then she just launches into tumbling passes like this. Opening pass, double twisting, double tuck, otherwise known as the Silivage, for its inventor Daniela Silivage back in 1988. She doesn't hold back in the difficulty of her tumbling. The second pass is a triple twist through to a punch front. This is the third pass, the full twisting double tuck. Here's the second pass. There is some bending of the legs to get the twist around, and then she punches using the counter rotation into the punch front. Well handled, even if there will be a slight execution deduction for the bent legs. And then she ends off with a double pike. In the cinema of that routine, you could clearly consider that to be a good ending. First on balance beam, Chen Ziyan, the top qualifier with 14.466. And if she does everything that she's planning, this will be the hardest exercise of the final. Side aerial back layout step out, nicely handled. Front handspring to front tuck, just solid. Side somi, really nicely presented. Setting up for a switch ring in combination with the Corbett. And it's just a simple forward roll that she does after that. But it's nice to see a bit of variety in the movements that she chooses. Tiny little wobble on her full turn. This has been terrific so far. Dismount double pike, Chen Ziyan. And China has yet another phenomenal performer on balance beam. As a team, we've been saying it for many years, but the Chinese really have mastered the art of this apparatus. She does not one, but two hard acrobatic series. That's the second one. And then these lovely triple series, making great use of the back handspring at the end. Wonderful position on the switch ring, combined with the Corbett flick. And again, leaps followed by two jumps. It used to be the norm was to do a switch leap followed by maybe one. China has taken that to its natural extreme and done two. Such lovely presentation as well. The score for Zhang Yihan, 14.066. Job well done. And that is half a mark higher than we saw from her in the qualification 2 days ago. Next on floor exercise, Zhang Qingying of the People's Republic of China. Enjoy this impeccable piece of choreography. It's another piece of theater, courtesy of the Chinese national team. Zhang Qingying delighting with this floor routine. It's such a complete looking exercise. The Chinese women came to the World Championships back in 2023 when she was making her World Championship debut. And they said on floor exercise especially, they wanted to be sure that they were incorporating really Chinese elements in their floor exercises. And she has retained that. There's real beauty to this choreography, the sense of a story as well. A rather simple tumbling pass, front handspring to front layout full, but wonderfully executed. She's one of the best in the world at minimizing the deductions, making sure that the landings are just so. A powerful finish to a powerful routine by Zhang Qingying. For Chen Ziyan, meanwhile, it's 14.6 on balance beam. And that too is up by a bit more than 1/10 of a point from what she did in the qualification. We move now to Singapore and Emmanuel Tan. At 13 years old, one of the youngest in this competition. She is the junior national all-around champion of her country. And she can really leap. Back handspring, back tuck is what she has selected for her flight series. There's great freshness to her work on this apparatus. Also, a real sense of fearlessness. Nice side aerial to Corbett combination. And a very pretty down on beam sequence. Calmly through the side somi. Oh, what a shame. She was not far off on that sequence of jumps, but she just let her shoulders get behind her. And it's very hard to recapture your balance when that happens. Just a simple round off to a high back tuck dismount. Such promise in the work of Emmanuel Tan of Singapore. The 8th strongest in the all-around competition. Let's take another look at the sequence of jumps. The straddle jump is fine. The split jump crosswise to the beam, also very good. And it's just when she adds the half turn to that split jump that she does come off. But what amplitude on the switch leap. And then the Cizone to wolf jump that comes after it. This was the flight series. So much in this routine went really well. Clearly, the bright future of Singaporean gymnastics right here on the continental stage. And then the dismount, good solid round off, and just a simple back tuck today. at the Singaporean Junior Championships. Emmanuelle Tan not only won the all-around title, she nearly swept the apparatus finals too, winning vault, bars, and beam. Zheng Qingying scores 13.366, and that puts her into second place behind her teammate Zhang Yihan.
Floor exercise representing Japan.
And now for something completely different. Okamura Mana of Japan, the second strongest in qualification, chasing 14.066. Sleek and stylish on floor exercise, Okamura Mana of Japan. The all-around bronze medalist at the All Japan Championships this year. She's had loads of World Cup success on balance beam and on floor exercise. She won this apparatus at the Baku World Cup this year. Her opening tumbling pass was a very clean double tuck. She'll only receive a very small deduction for that hop backwards on the landing. Good use of the ring position in her sequence of leaps. The second pass, front layout through to a front with a double twist in the layout position. And once again, minimizing the landing deduction. The final tumbling pass, a 2.5 twist. We remarked on her twisting ability. There's a real smoothness as well to all of her choreography. High fives all around for Singapore's Emmanuelle Tan as she earns 10.933 for her routine on balance beam. Minamina Yume of Japan, going for her third medal of these championships after all-around bronze and vault silver. She also won a silver medal with the Japanese team here. Balance beam, an excellent event for her. This was the clutch routine for her at the Junior World Championships in Manila last year. She gets things started with a very nice Mitchell turn. Side aerial back layout. She often adds a second layout step out to that flight series. Oh, and she was very off, actually, in landing that side somi. Did well to save it. And yes, there will be a slight deduction associated with that due to the wobbles, but there's a much bigger deduction associated with coming off the balance beam. The dismount that she's planning should be a 2.5 twist. Oh, but today, double pike. Minamina Yume of Japan. Gaining experience and confidence with every routine that she presents. Sometimes the victory isn't actually in performing something that's totally flawless. It's in having a little problem and dealing with it. And she certainly did that with the side somi in this exercise. Also, I suspect that it was an intelligent idea not to go for the second layout step out on her flight series. She might have had more problems with it. She didn't really show it, but the angle of her shoulders to the balance beam, she didn't look quite square. And here, she was really quite off. But just takes a moment, regains her composure, and goes right forward with things. Beautiful dismount. A rare stick on the double pike. Over on floor exercise, Okamura Mana earns 13.366. And that puts her into third place. She's actually tied with Zhang Qingying, but Zhang had the higher execution score, and that's how these ties are broken. Now to Yoso Jong from the Republic of Korea, the vault champion here in Zunyi. Let's see what she's got on floor exercise. That's a really contemporary turn by Yoso Jong of the Republic of Korea on floor exercise. This a new routine for her since the Paris Olympic Games. There's a lot of expressive movement, really special touches in the choreography. For someone like her, who's very naturally powerful, it's always going to be a challenge to just contain herself, especially on the landings of her tumbling passes. The first one went very well, the double tuck, no problems there. The second pass was something of a different story. Really way too far forward at the end of her 2.5 twist. And so the punch front is no problem, but keeping it in bounds and not taking steps is. So there will be, because both feet went out of bounds, a 0.3 of a point penalty associated with this routine. Doesn't take away from our enjoyment in watching it, however. nor hopefully her enjoyment in performing it. For Minamino Yume, the score 13.533. That puts her into second place right now, behind Chen Ziyan. Now to the 15-year-old from Chinese Taipei, Chou Mei. 7th in the all-around here, after an 11th place finish last year. Oh, and that was a great save. To look at her now, you would never know that anything was amiss, but actually her hand, it looks like, totally missed the beam on the round-off back handspring mount. What tenacity that she barely gave away any deductions for that. And again, a little problem on the double Cossack turn, but she handles it. Front aerial to back handspring. The landings of all of her elements are really good. What's also quite notable is the expressivity in her hands. And a simple front layout dismount for Chou Mei of Chinese Taipei. That was overall such a composed performance. There were 2 or 3 places where things could have gone very wrong. And thanks to her talent, they didn't. The split position's really correct. So is the ring position. Here was one place where there was a bit of a problem, and did that hand brush the beam? If it did, the deduction will be compounded slightly. This has been the standout apparatus for Chou Mei in international competition thus far. The Junior World Championships last year, she was 10th on balance beam, just very close to the final. She also won gold on the apparatus at the Junior National Games in 2023. Meanwhile, Yo Seo-jong earns 12.366 for her floor routine. Some of those deductions came from that second pass where she ended up out of bounds.
The warm-up for the second half starts now, and the time is 2 minutes.
And for Chou Mei, the score is 12.6. That puts her into the provisional bronze medal position, right behind Chen Ziyan and Minamino Yume. The final group warming up on floor exercise now. We will see An Cheng-ok leading things off, Amanda Yap following after her, and then the world champion Sugihara Eiko of Japan, 3rd strongest in the qualification here. And we will close things off with Lee Yun-seo. Jang Yi-han leading the way on floor exercise at the moment, the only gymnast to get anywhere near 14 points. She actually went above it. Mana Okamura on the podium as well right now. And over on balance beam, competitors from Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Japan, and China still to come, including the junior all-around champion in Zhongqi.
Gymnasts, 30 seconds remaining for the warm-up.
Chen Ziyan leading the way on balance beam right now. The 15-year-old from Zhejiang, that's in the coastal eastern part of China.
女子自由体操决赛和青年组女子平衡木决赛下半场现在开始。
Zhou Mei currently holding on to third position.
Women's floor exercise final and the junior women's balance beam final starts now.
Quite a healthy crowd has turned out for these Asian championships. Zunyi, a city of 6 million people, a hub of transportation and education in Western China.
On floor exercise representing Democratic People's Republic of Korea, An Chang-mo.
Next to perform on floor exercise representing the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, 23-year-old An Chang-ok. She has been an Asian Games champion on vault and uneven bars. Here she goes on floor exercise. There are some very elegant turns in that fast-paced routine from An Chang-ok. The second pass was problematic, certainly in this exercise. But she has real talent for this sport. The first pass, triple twist right into a punch front. Once again, the counter rotation makes that very difficult. And she just didn't have the rotation on the full twisting double tuck in today's competition. Apart from that, it's a routine that is very pleasant to watch. She's got a lovely sense of ballet to much of her movement. And the tumbling is diverse and difficult. 2.5 twist, and then finally an easy looking double tuck winds things up. Over to the balance beam and Yaroslava Chernobrovkina of Uzbekistan, the 8th strongest in qualification. Oh, and she's off on the round-off layout step-out mount sequence. It's been something of a tough week for Chernobrovkina. But despite that, she still finished in the top 10 in the junior all-around final. She's made 2 apparatus finals here. Cartwheel full twist dismount for Chernobrovkina of Uzbekistan. There's quite a lot of choreography baked into this routine. The mount, very ambitious. It's great when it goes well. And obviously she's still learning to control that. Good solid punch front. And then she worked this Cossack turn very calmly. And here's the dismount sequence, cartwheel through to a very proficient layout full twist. Chernobrovkina finished 6th on balance beam at the AGF Trophy in Azerbaijan earlier this year. Now for An Chang-ok, the score is 11.5. The 1 point deduction being incurred for the fall on her full twisting double tuck. Now, once again, here is Amanda Yap of Singapore on floor exercise. What an enjoyable performance by Amanda Yap of Singapore. She said after making the balance beam final at the World Championships last year, if I can go through all of that, maybe I am still capable of doing things that I might not have thought are achievable. It's very proficient tumbling on display here throughout this exercise. She begins with a double pike, rather open in the pike position. She does define it, but especially in the second somersault, she's almost laid out. And then a punch front through to double twist. Really nice ring position. Note the way the head goes back and hits her split on the second element. Round off back handspring, double tuck. Amanda Yap's score in qualification, 12.6 for this exercise. The difficulty quota, 4.8. Awaiting her score on balance beam, Yaroslava Chernobrovkina of Uzbekistan, 11.3 for the 14-year-old from Tashkent, and fourth place at the moment. We turn next to a young competitor from Kazakhstan. Here is 14-year-old Yekaterina Lebed on balance beam. She opts for the candle mount, back dive to chest stand. Setting up for her acrobatic series, back handspring layout. Very nicely done. And a backward extension roll, a skill that we don't often see on balance beam. That gets her, if I'm not mistaken, 0.3 of a point in difficulty. The acrobatics in this routine are very solid. One thing that she is no doubt working on a bit in the gym is just blending everything together, making sure that the flow is there between the choreography and the jumps, leaps, and flips that she's doing. Dismount front layout with full twist. Yekaterina Lebed of Kazakhstan. It's always a relief to come down from the balance beam podium, especially when in an apparatus final, you're performing alone, all eyes are on you. It's a great experience for her in the future. In the present, it's certainly something that gets the adrenaline going and perhaps causes more than a flutter of nerves. She handled the spotlight here very well. The focus at the moment in her development clearly on just making sure all of the acrobatics are performed well. And so often when you're 13, 14, 15 years old, it's an evolution when it comes to the artistic content of a routine. She's well on her way. Score is in for Amanda Yap on floor exercise, 12.466. That within a tenth or two of what she did in the qualification. The bright present and bright future of Singaporean gymnastics there, Amanda Yap and Emmanuel Tan. Here now is the world champion on floor exercise, Sukehara Eiko of Japan. This routine, the story of her life. Sugihara Eiko, who leaves her heart out on the floor with every routine she performs. Will it be the floor exercise crown for her here in Zunyi? Honestly, that's not really the point. After being an alternate for the Paris Olympic team, she says that she went through something of a reset mentally in her gymnastics. Last year, she vowed to stop being so results focused and just enjoy gymnastics and what she was doing. And that led her to win the world title on floor exercise with this routine that details the journey that she's taken through gymnastics, wearing the crown very young, having struggles later on after that, and then with the help of family and friends, learning to enjoy herself and what she was doing, and finding renewed success in that. Certainly the parallels are obvious. And the tumbling, by the way, is excellent. She begins with the double layout, the first that we have seen in this final, and she ends with that very crisp double pike. No matter what the score, no matter what the placement, this is a successful routine. The score for Ekaterina Lebed, meanwhile, is 11.2 on balance beam. That puts her into 5th place at the moment. Next up, the 3rd strongest in qualification, Nakashima Cannon of Japan, coming off a bronze medal on uneven bars yesterday. Excellent punch front mount. Side aerial back layout. Small wobble, that's not going to cost her very much. The front aerial to ring jump. The connection on that, a little questionable maybe. It's at the judge's discretion whether they will give the bonus associated with that. No question about it, this is a solid set from Nakashima. Now moving toward the dismount. Double twist, stand straight up. Nakashima Cannon. Another very successful performance from a very consistent young competitor for the Japanese junior national team. She represents Let's Gymnastics on the domestic level. The only really discernible wobble in the exercise came from that side aerial to back layout step out combination. Some gymnasts have a naturally calm presence on beam. She is one of them. Very nice chest position coming out of the double twist. A lot of gymnasts land bent rather forward. Now, huge anticipation from Sugihara Eiko, who scores 13.9. Into 2nd place she goes. That means that Zhang Yihan with 14.066 remains the leader on floor. Zhang Qingying pushed down into 3rd place. One competitor remains on floor exercise.
Republic of Korea, Lee Min-so.
For Lee Yun-so of the Republic of Korea, this is stylish, it's dramatic, it's just beautiful to watch. Enjoy the tango here. One of the world leaders in performance quality on floor exercise, the 23-year-old from the Republic of Korea, Lee Yun-so. It's not going to be a podium finish for her today. That's certainly assured by the final tumbling pass. The 2.5, things going a bit awry at the end of the routine, but this is the end of the championships. The Koreans have performed very well here. And this, a kind of encore performance for the two-time Olympian. She is reputed around the world, though, for being somebody for whom artistry is so prominent on floor exercise. There's a whole new component to the code of points, detailing the deductions that can be taken if a gymnast doesn't present really well on floor exercise, doesn't use her whole body, doesn't tell a story. She does all of those things. She is really an example for young gymnasts everywhere in how to give a full performance on this apparatus. The number is in for Nakashima Cannon, 13.6, just like in qualification. And that puts her into second place. So she is guaranteed a medal with one performer remaining. Chen Ziyan will have at least silver. Nakashima at least the bronze. And a nervous wait ahead in the next few minutes for Minamino Yume. Because the last gymnast to go on balance beam, in addition to being the second strongest in qualification, happens to be the new junior Asian all-around champion.
On balance beam, representing People's Republic of China,
Zhongqi of the People's Republic of China, the 14-year-old from Guangdong, takes to the balance beam. She is more than capable of getting onto the podium here, maybe even of winning it all. Switch ring, back handspring, ring jump. It might be that she waited a little too long before the back handspring after the switch ring. And that too, really taking it to the maximum in terms of time between the two leaping elements. in that sequence. The fundamentals certainly are beautiful, though. Dismount, round off, double pike. Oh! Zhongqi fought through that routine, fought not to give away a major deduction. It is unlikely that that is going to win the title. There are just a few too many small things. And then the under rotation of the dismount. Right here, there's just a bit too much of a weight between the first two elements. But we shall see. And then just buckles at the ankle slightly after that switch leap. Does well to keep the series moving, however. And here's another look at the dismount. Good lift, but just shy of rotation in the second somersault, resulting in that rather big step that's likely to cost her in the neighborhood of half a point. Time to commemorate the moment with a photo. The 8 women who contested this junior balance beam final. For Lee Yun-seo, 12.0 and 7th place today. And that makes it official for Jang Yi-han. The first competitor in the final takes the gold medal, 14.066 the score. And congratulations to the new Asian champion on floor exercise. Sugihara Eiko, meanwhile, will earn the silver medal today. Another great accomplishment for the world champion. For Jang Qingying, it's the bronze medal. Gold and bronze for China on women's floor exercise. And once more, the score is in for Zhongqi, 13.666. The amount of difficulty in that routine paying off for her. Chen Ziyan will take the gold. Zhongqi the silver. Another Chinese 1-2 on balance beam here in Jian. And what that means is that Nakashima Cannon has the bronze medal. Bronze on bars yesterday, bronze on beam today. That to go with the team silver. She leaves the city with 3 medals to her credit. And now suddenly the atmosphere has changed in this arena. The competition concluded. It is now time to celebrate the accomplishments. The senior women's floor exercise final ends with bronze for Jang Qingying, silver for Sugihara Eiko, and gold to Jang Yihan. Meanwhile, in the junior women's balance beam competition, Nakashima Cannon earns the bronze medal, Zhongqi the silver, Chen Ziyan, who opened up this final, takes the gold. This is the victory ceremony for the senior women's floor exercise final at the 2026 Asian Artistic Gymnastics Championships. Once again, the gold medal has gone to a Chinese gymnast, Zhang Yihan, atop the continent here.
Presenter for the medalist is
亚洲体操联合会女子技术委员会委员
member of the Women's Technical Committee of the Asian Gymnastics Union, BL Blythe.
获得铜牌的是
Bronze medalist,
中国
the People's Republic of China.
张清颖。
A quick turnaround for Zhang Qingying. The balance beam champion is also the bronze medalist on floor.
Medalist,
日本
Japan, Sugihara Aiko.
World champion Sugihara Aiko of Japan steps forward to receive her silver medal on floor exercise. What a wonderful routine this is, well deserving of its place on the podium.
“获得金牌的是
Gold medalist,
中国
the People's Republic of China.
张怡涵。
China's national champion on floor exercise for 2 years running, Zhang Yihan is now at the top of the continental ladder. Her ambitious tumbling pays off in gold here in Zunyi.
有请颁奖嘉宾为获奖运动员颁奖。
Please welcome the presenter to award the medalists.
感谢颁奖嘉宾。
Thanks to the presenter.
为表彰获奖运动员，亚洲体操联合会和泰山集团从本次赛事开始，将为亚洲体操锦标赛提供特别奖金。感谢泰山集团的支持。
In recognition of the medal-winning gymnast, the Asian Gymnastics Union and Taishan Group, starting from this edition of the event, will provide special prize money for the Asian Gymnastics Championships. We sincerely thank Taishan Group for its generous support.
有请山东泰山体育器材有限公司亚洲区国际销售总监王延杰为获奖运动员颁发奖金牌。
Now please welcome the presenter to present the prize money awards to the medal-winning gymnasts.
感谢颁奖嘉宾。
Thanks to the presenter.
女士们、先生们，请起立，面向旗帜，奏中华人民共和国国歌。
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, please stand and face the flag for the anthem of the People's Republic of China.
请坐下。
Please be seated.
请获奖运动员合影留念。
All the medalists, please take group
Women's
photos.
floor exercise medalists at the 2026 Asian Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Zunyi. Bronze to Zhang Qingying of the People's Republic of China, silver to Sugihara Eiko of Japan, and gold to
Congratulations
Zhang
to all the
Yihan.
medalists.
A 1-3 finish for the gymnasts from the People's Republic of China. What a week it has been for them here. China effectuating a near sweep of the golds in both the junior and senior women's competition. The victory ceremony in the junior balance beam final has begun. The gold medalist here, one of the bright young stars from China, 15-year-old Chen
为
Zihan.
获奖运动员颁奖的是
The award presenter for the medalist is
遵义市文化旅游局局长
Director of the Zunyi Municipal Bureau of Culture and Tourism.
傅晓波。获得铜牌的是
Bronze medalist
日本
Japan Nagashima Kon.
The bronze medal to Nakashima Cannon, her second individual bronze of the championships.
Silver medalist
中国
the People's Republic of China.
钟琪。
Silver this time for all-around champion Zhang Qi of the People's Republic of China.
Gold medalist
中国
the People's Republic of China.
陈子嫣。
And what an extraordinary performance by Chen Ziyan to take the Asian junior title on balance beam. The score 14.6.
Award medalist
The routine, well, it would just be competitive with anyone the world over.
Thanks to the presenter.
女士们、先生们，请起立，面向旗帜，奏中华人民共和国国歌。
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, please stand and face the flag for the ensigns of the People's Republic of China. Please be seated.
请获奖运动员合影留念。
The junior podium on balance beam at these Asian championships. Congratulations to bronze medalist Nakashima Cannon of Japan, silver medalist Zhang Qi of the People's Republic of China, and the champion Chen Ziyan of the People's Republic of China. China 1 and 2 on balance beam, an apparatus that it is famous for around the world and has been for so many years.